Hello, Doug here. Welcome back to yet another board game channel and yet another turn of Eldritch horror as we try to prevent Syzygy. We are going into, I believe this will be turn 4. Yes. We are halfway done our first mystery, Relics of the Ancient World. Hopefully we can get the rest of that done soon. Although our investigators are not going to be up to a lot this particular turn, as half of them have passed out from the worldwide heat wave that we encountered in the last Mythos card. The other two just took 3 damage each. So yeah, 2 of our investigators are basically just going to stand up and do nothing else. Still have a couple of rumor cards to deal with. One that when it counts down to 0 will advance doom for gates, depending on what gates are on the board. We have a blue gate in Tokyo and a blue gate in London, no others. The other one, the Tick Tock Men, if we don't kill them before the rumor runs out, we will lose all of our clues and all clues on the board will despawn. Fortunately, we were able to knock them down to just 1 health due to the effect of a relic that one of the investigators had. So, see if we can possibly take them out before they have, okay, we have 2 reckonings left before that one kicks in and just wipes all our knowledge. Alright, well, let's get into the investigator's action phase, and we'll be starting with Joe Diamond. Okay, Joe is still in Arkham. I think what we'll try to do is send him over towards this rumor token in an effort to prevent the other the other rumor card from kicking in. So first thing he is going to do is grab a train ticket in Arkham, and then for his second act he is going to move and extend that move using the train ticket, leaving him in his hometown of San Francisco. Now we'll move down to Skids O'Toole. Okay, here's Skids down in Antarctica. There's not much he can do in his part of the world. He's going to move over here to space 12 in an effort to get him around to this research token so that we can try to continue solving the mystery. For his second act, again, yeah, there's not much he can do, so we're just going to have him rest and regain 1 of those 3 health points he had to get rid of during the last turn. Alright, now we will move on to Mandy Thompson. Okay, here's Mandy on space 20, passed out from the heat. So she stands up, and that is it. And now we're going to do the same thing when we head over to London to see Norman Withers. Yes, Norman just lying there, stands up, Norman's done. Alright, well, at least they'll all get to do something now as we head into the encounter phase. So, back to Joe. Alright, Joe's going to have a San Francisco encounter. Let's see what happens to him in town. You are invited to the Hearst Castle, and find yourself surrounded by the best and brightest. You may become delayed to stay for a few days. If you become delayed, you pick up some amazing talents, improve one skill of your choice. Well, as nice as a skill improvement would be, I really don't want any of us to be delayed anymore. So I think we're going to pass on that. So the next turn, Joe can actually do something towards resolving that other rumor. All right, let's head down to the Antarctic Ocean now and back to Skids O'Toole. All right, here's Skids on AC space. So we'll see what happens to him. A passenger goes mad and tries to jump overboard with a large book. You try to pull him back. Test strength. Skids' strength is 4. We've got a good possibility of getting this. Yes, only 1 success, but that's all we need. So, what do we get then? Oop. Get that to focus. There we are. If you pass, he's clearly insane and begs you to take the book. Gain 1 tome unique asset. If you fail, his death hardens you. Okay. Well, good. Take a moment to look through the unique asset deck. Okay, there we go. A cryptic text, which does. So as an item, you attempt to decipher a cryptic message in the text. Test lore. If you pass, you'll uncover secrets that could alter the fate of humanity. Flip the card. Well, that'll give him an extra thing to do if he's ever someplace else isolated. All right, on to Mandy. All right, Mandy is on space 20, which will just be a generic city encounter. Let's have a look. You try to convince a notorious grifter to teach you some tricks. That doesn't seem wise. But anyway, we will be testing her influence of 3. And no, she did in fact fail that. She hasn't had anything that will let her re-roll anything. So if you pass, if you fail, he takes your money and ruins your reputation. I didn't think it was a good idea. Impair influence. Blech. Okay, let's get an impairment token. That is going to knock Mandy's influence down by 1, which means she will be down to 2 influence. That didn't go so well. Alright, well, up next, Norman Withers, and see if he can actually take out that monster this time. Okay, Norman, still in London, going to try to take out the Ghast. Right, first things first, the horror check. Focus. Here we go. So we'll be doing a will -1, and he does just need a single success to not go a little more crazy, which means he will be rolling 3 dice, as well as 4 -1. And he got 2 successes, so that's good. Now, before he does the actual attack, we're going to try the Wither spell again, which he should be good at. So we will make a lore check. His lore is 3. The Opus Arcana that he is holding gives him +2 lore when resolving spell effects. So, we're rolling 5 dice. Again. Please be successful. Alright, that time he got 2 successes. So, first of all, we will have to flip the card and see what side effects there are. 2+. The magic takes hold in the target's body. No additional effect. Good. Nothing went wrong that time. So, he will be rolling with an extra 3 dice when he attacks. The Ghast. Because the Ghast has a strength -1 check. So his strength, which is 3, -1, +3 for the Wither spell. And actually, because he has the 32 Colt, he does get to roll 1 additional die. It's not a plus effect like the Wither spell is. So we just get to roll 1 more. And it's a good thing we get to, because he completely whiffed. So there's that. Okay, that was a success, which is enough to destroy the Ghast. However, it's not enough to prevent 1 damage. On the other hand, the Colt also allows him to re-roll 1 die when resolving a strength test during a combat encounter, so we get to re-roll 1 more. That didn't work. Which means he's going to lose 1 health. He wasn't able to block both. Puts him down to 3. However, he has eliminated the Ghast. Out of the way. Which means he can now engage in a proper encounter in London. So he could try to close the gate or do the Mystic Ruins encounter card. I think maybe it's not super urgent right now that we close the London gate, because we are already on the blue. So yeah, let's have him do the special encounter. See if we can get anything good out of that, and then next turn he can start working on that gate. So, before he does that, he decides to have a little holiday at Stonehenge. Just trying to get that to focus. There we are. Cultists in robes and hoods are in the middle of a ritual to invoke Yog-Sothoth. You try to approach without being seen to interrupt their work. Observation -1. His observation is 3. So he'll just be rolling 2. Yeah, he doesn't have anything that will... He has nothing to modify that. Come on, Norman. Hey! You rolled a 5. Oh. You steal an item used in the ritual. Gain 1 relic unique asset. That's very good, because those are the things we need to solve the mysteries. I just quickly look for... There we are. He picks up a stone tablet. When you perform a rest action, you may attempt to decipher the carvings on the tablet, lore -1. If you pass, flip the card. And if we manage to flip this card, we get to put another token on our mystery. Alright. But, so we get that. On the other hand, Yog-Sothoth fills your mind. Will -1. So that will be 4 -1. 3 dice. Oh dear. He didn't succeed that time, and he has nothing to let him re-roll. If you fail, lose 2 sanity. That leaves him at 2. I think Norman will be resting next turn. Which I'd want to do anyway to try to activate the stone tablet. So that's good. Now, the special encounter is going to move over to Shanghai. That's where that's going to be. Pretty close to Mandy, so she could go to look at that. And, oh, yeah, that is it for the encounter phase. That means, yes, unfortunately we now have to move on to the dreaded Mythos phase. Okay, we've zoomed out to see the whole world, because the whole world is going to be affected by this card. First thing, yes, of course, the Omen track moves onto the red omen. We don't have any gates with red omens, so nothing happens there. That's good. Reckoning effects, of course. So, first things first, monsters. Well, we only have the one monster with the reckoning effect, the Kthilla, which means a deep one is going to ambush. Skids is definitely the closest. So, we'll zoom in on Skids and enter battle. Alright, there's Skids. At least he's out in the ocean, which makes more sense for the deep one to ambush him. First things first, the horror check. We're going to be testing Skids' will without any modifiers, so we're going to be rolling 3. We would like at least 2 successes, otherwise he'll lose some sanity. We got 2 successes, yeah. Now it's time to do physical battle with it. It doesn't really matter whether or not we kill the deep one, because it will go away as part of an ambush. But we do want to not take any damage from it. It will cause 1 damage if we don't get any successes on the strength -1. Strength is 4. So we're rolling 3 dice again. We just need a single success. Oh, he got 3. He handily dealt with it and didn't get hurt at all in the process. Alright, back to the rest of the reckoning effects. Alright, that was the only monster reckoning. Our ancient one does not have a reckoning effect. Now we move on to the Mythos cards. Oh dear, we have 1 reckoning left before we lose all of our knowledge. So we got to try to get somebody down to the Australian outback as soon as possible. I don't think we're going to make that in time. It's just nobody strong enough. I suppose Mandy could try. Oh wait, no, she can't get there by next turn anyway. Nobody can. Alright. Well, we'll see how it plays out. We also count down on the Fractured Reality rumor card. Leaves us with 2 tokens on that, so 2 more reckonings before it kicks in and possibly advances Doom. After the Mythos cards, we do possessions. No possessions. Conditions. We do have Joe Diamond's agreement. So we'll be rolling 1 die and hopefully not get a 1 or a 2. because time will come for him to pay his debt. 6. Good on Joe. And the last icon is going to be a gate spawning. Next one is in Antarctica. How good. That leaves us with 3 blue gates that could kick in on the next Omen Track move. Yeah. Alright. We'll see what shows up. In Antarctica, it's an Elder thing, but it has a special spawn rule. Oh, look, it moves to Antarctica. So it does. Alright, the rest of the card. It's got snowflakes, so it's a less harsh one. Thank goodness. He writes the price on a piece of paper and slides it across the table. It's more than you can afford, but you don't have any other options, and this greedy lout knows it. Everyone has a price. Each investigator may gain a debt condition to discard 1 condition. Well, the only condition we have is Joe Diamond's debt, so there seems no point in trading one debt for another. So yeah, nothing happened for that. Alright, that wraps up this turn. I'm still not sure how well we're doing. It's always hard to tell. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for all likes and subscribes, and all the comments. They're very much appreciated. And we will see you next time when we go through yet another turn of Eldritch Horror, trying to fight back Syzygy. So long.